Welcome, everyone. I just wanted to introduce you to Laura Petrillo-Groh, who is the Senior Regulatory Advisor at the Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Institute. Laura has more than 15 years experience in the built environment and is active at AHRI as a voting member on the 90.1 committee and past president of the National Capital Chapter. She is a lead AP BD&C accredited professional and is registered as a professional engineer in California. With that, Laura, thank you for presenting today, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks, Helen. Hello, and thank you for joining this webinar to help prepare for upcoming U.S. regulatory requirements. As part of the Department of Energy's ongoing initiative to reduce overall energy consumption in the U.S., on January 1st, 2023, new federal minimum efficiency standards for residential air conditioners and heat pumps will go into effect. As part of the worldwide effort to address climate change, refrigerants for many HVAC applications will be limited to a maximum global warming potential of 750 in 2025. We hope the information we review during this presentation will help get you ready for 2023 and beyond. The last few minutes will be reserved for questions, so please use the chat feature to ask away. Our incredibly talented moderator is AHRI's VP of Regulatory Affairs, Helen Walter-Terranoni. First, let me tell you a bit about the Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Institute. AHRI's more than 300 member companies manufacture quality, efficient, and innovative residential and commercial air conditioning, space heating, water heating, and commercial refrigeration equipment for sale in North America and around the world. AHRI advocates on behalf of its members at all levels of government, and we facilitate members' compliance with regulatory requirements. We also develop industry-recognized performance standards for equipment. AHRI administers and governs the AHRI Product Performance Certification Program, a voluntary program which ensures that over 40 types of HVACR and water heating products perform according to manufacturers' published performance claims. Products that are certified through the AHRI program are continuously tested at the direction of AHRI by an independent third-party laboratory. The verified ratings are published in the AHRI Directory of Certified Product Performance, shown here. In the case of a split system air conditioner or heat pump, an AHRI certified system confirms the performance ratings of specific combinations of the outdoor unit, indoor unit, and/or furnace listed in the AHRI directory. The ratings associated with such combinations are certified in the form of an AHRI certificate of product rating. You are also able to obtain the Federal Trade Commission Energy Guide label on the AHRI directory. Today, we will cover new minimum energy efficiency standards and new refrigerants in depth. The single-phase air conditioner installation regional requirements that started in 2015 will continue. Test procedure and metric changes introduce complexity, but we will help you navigate this transition, highlighting the final guidance document published by the Department of Energy on December 16, 2021. We will also cover changes relevant to light commercial three-phase air conditioners and heat pumps less than 65,000 BTUs, which have different regulatory requirements than the single-phase residential counterparts. Looking farther down the road, we will discuss pending changes to the supply chain needed to prepare for the next round of refrigerant changes. I hope you come away with a good understanding of what energy efficiency test procedure, metric changes, and refrigerant changes mean for central air conditioners and heat pumps. We will now move into energy efficiency. The efficiency of a central air conditioner is rated by its seasonal energy efficiency ratio, or SEER. Heat pump efficiency is rated by Heating Seasonal Performance Factor, HSPF. On the x-axis of these two graphs is year. On the y-axis is SEER on the left in blue and HSPF on the right in orange. The higher the SEER or HSPF, the better the energy performance and the more energy you save. For air conditioners, you can see SEER increased from 10 to 13 in 2006. And then with the introduction of regional standards in 2015, higher minimum efficiencies were introduced in the Southeast and Southwest, as is shown in the darker blue line. In the North and South, efficiencies will rise again in 2023. On the right, heat pumps have also steadily risen in HSPF since the early aughts, and we'll also see an efficiency bump from 14 to 15 SEER in 2023. Heat pumps and certain specialty air conditioners have one national standard. As test procedures improve and efficiencies are increased, it is estimated that 2023 minimum efficiency products will be at least 7% more efficient than those available on the market today. While 7% may not sound like much, approximately 70% of current products will not meet these new minimum efficiency standards. These savings total about 300 million kilowatt hours over 30 years of sales, or about as much power as is used by 27 million households in 1 year. Over that 30-year period, the value of energy savings is about $38 billion in utility bills. Let's talk about heat pumps and specialty products. There is only one efficiency standard for heat pumps and specialty air conditioners in the entire United States. As you see, in 2023, the national split system heat pump minimum efficiency will increase from 14 to the equivalent of 15 SEER and 8.2 to the equivalent of 8.8 HSPF. But in 2023, the metrics changed to SEER 2 and HSPF due to drastic changes in the test procedure. Among many changes, this new test procedure, Appendix M1, increases the external static pressure used when testing by up to 5 times to better reflect field conditions. The cumulative impact of the many changes is that these 2.0 metrics have lower numerical values. That 8.8 HSPF is 7.5 HSPF2. While 7.5 is numerically lower than today's 8.2, minimally compliant products are actually 7% more efficient. These national standards are based on date of manufacture, which means that any product compliant with current regulations on the date it was manufactured can continue to be sold and installed anywhere in the US. For example, any 14 SEER heat pump built before January 1st, 2023 can still be installed on or after January 1st, 2023. Specialty air conditioners and heat pumps, which are space-constrained air conditioners and heat pumps and small duct high-velocity systems, are also enforced based on date of manufacture. The manufacturer is solely responsible for ensuring compliance with heat pump and specialty air conditioner efficiency regulations. Okay, now that you're seeing that a lower rating number may not mean lower efficiency when comparing the Appendix M1 metrics to today's SEER and HSPF, we will move to the more complicated 2023 minimum efficiency standards for single-phase air conditioners, which continue to follow the regional borders established in 2015, North, Southeast, and Southwest. The map for regional standards is the same as it is today, with different energy efficiency minimums in the southern region, shown in blue and orange, and in the north in purple, where national standards apply. Where I say national standards, compliance is based on the date of manufacture. Just like with heat pumps in the north today's minimally compliant 13 SEER air conditioners manufactured before January 1st, 2023 can be installed indefinitely. Regional standards enforced by date of installation apply only to central air conditioners installed in the specific states, those shown in blue and orange. Central air conditioners installed on or after January 1st, 2023 in the Southeast and Southwest regions must meet 2023 efficiency standard on the date of installation. This means that in the South, distributors must be careful with the stock of today's minimally compliant 14 SEER units. Here we can compare current standards applicable today with current Appendix M metrics with standards and metrics going into force in 2023. Split system air conditioners are currently 13 SEER and single package air conditioners are 14 SEER. All product capacities of splits will increase efficiency to 13.4 SEER 2, which is the equivalent of 14 SEER for these products. Again, the Appendix M1 metrics have lower numerical value due to more stringent testing. Single package units will have minimum efficiency of 13.4 SEER 2 in 2023, but it's the same efficiency as today's SEER 14 minimum. Any split or packaged air conditioners meeting today's standards built before January 1st, 2023 can still be installed on or after January 1st, 2023 in the North. Let's drill down on regional efficiencies and installation requirements. In the Southeast, minimum efficiencies will rise for all capacities of split system air conditioners from today's 14 SEER. Most systems, those below 4.5 tons or 45,000 BTUs, will move to 14.3 SEER 2, equivalent to 15 SEER. 5-ton splits, or those above 45,000 BTUs to be precise, will increase efficiency by half a SEER point and move to 13.8 SEER 2. Again, that 13.8 SEER 2 units will be more efficient than today's 14 SEER splits. For enforcement, split systems need to meet the 2023 standards on the date the product is installed, meaning that distributors in the Southeast must also be careful with stock of today's minimally compliant SEER 14 units. In the Southeast, just like in the North, single package units will have minimum efficiency of 13.4 SEER 2 in 2023, but it's the same efficiency as today's 14 SEER minimum. Also, like in the North, enforcement is based on date of manufacture. Any packaged air conditioner meeting today's standards built before January 1st, 2023 can still be installed on or after January 1st, 2023. In the Southwest, split system minimum efficiencies increased in 2023 for seasonal cooling, SEER. The SEER increase in the Southwest are the same as we saw in the Southeast. Air conditioners in the Southwest will also continue to need to meet a full load or EER minimum, just like is in effect today. What's new is that there are different EER minimums depending on the equipment's SEER rating. Higher SEER equipment are permitted to have lower EERs starting in 2023, as these multi-stage products operate most often in a reduced capacity state and therefore meet the needs of the region. Single package air conditioners in the Southwest will maintain the same minimum efficiencies in force today, 14 SEER and 11 EER, but will be tested to the new, more stringent test procedures, so we'll have those levels expressed in the new 2.0 metrics. Enforcement for all air conditioners in the Southwest is based on date of installation. Units that do not meet the new M1 minimum efficiencies cannot be installed on or after January 1st, 2023. Let's go into more detail on installation and confirming compliant installations in the South. The Department of Energy defines installation as the connection of refrigerant lines and or electrical systems to make the central air conditioner system operational. This means that on projects where the outdoor unit and indoor unit aren't installed at the same time, or that are connected after January 1st, 2023, air conditioners will need to meet the 2023 standards. There are three ways for products to comply. Any product with a new Appendix M1 FTC label with the correct region can be installed starting today. Any products bearing an STC label with the 2.0 metrics must meet those 2023 minimums. Models in production today may be recertified to Appendix M1 with the same model number. These products may have today's Appendix M label or the new FTC label and will meet the 2023 minimum. The AHRI directory will show both M and M1 ratings. The third way to comply, and this is a bit nuanced, is for Appendix M units that will not be recertified to M1. These can continue to be installed if the rating on the FTC label meets the 2023 minimum for that region on an equivalency basis, and that product was previously offered for sale in the region, and if that unit is no longer in production. I raised the third way to comply so that you are aware of products that will meet the DOE guidance issued on December 16th, 2021, which provides these very narrow install-through provisions in the Southeast and Southwest. There's a link to the guidance above, and Helen will drop it in the chat. But just know if your project will complete the installation of a split air conditioner in the Southeast or Southwest after January 1st, 2023, Or if you are shopping for new air conditioners in 2023, please check that the FTC label shows the M1 ratings or Appendix M ratings equivalent to the 2023 minimums and the correct region. Let's get a bit more specific about condensing unit replacements. If only the outdoor unit is being replaced in the Southeast or Southwest, a unit rated to Appendix M can continue to be installed if the FTC label meets the 2023 levels on an equivalency basis and if the correct region is shown on the label. This means that the outdoor unit has been certified to the Department of Energy as meeting the regional standard in some combination, but not necessarily when paired with the indoor unit that currently exists in the home. In technical terms, the coil-only or least efficient match of that outdoor unit must meet the 2023 minimums for that region and be offered for sale in that region. To verify if the outdoor unit is compliant, check the SEER and region on the FTC label. The SEER rating on the FTC label is for the coil-only or least efficient pairing that the outdoor unit can be sold with. Any outdoor units with no matches that do not meet the 2023 standards will be discontinued by the manufacturer. So now that you know what efficiencies to look for and how to check if your split system air conditioner is compliant, we'll go over how to find those products using the AHRI directory. In the AHRI directory, there's a drop-down for model statuses. Active models are in production and production stop models are no longer being manufactured. This status applies to the manufacturer and to the manufacturer factory branches and offices. For distributors and installers to remain compliant in the region, manufacturers will be transitioning product statuses as necessary. To be compliant with the DOE regional installation guidance, look for products which have an FTC Energy Guide label that meet the new 2023 minimums. Those Appendix M rated products may continue to be sold and installed when shown as production stopped. There is a separate directory for discontinued products that are no longer for sale by the manufacturer, but may still be in the supply chain. These products are located in a separate directory, located under the Additional Resources dropdown. While AHRI certificates are still available for these products, FTC labels are no longer available in the directory. Installers can confirm if a product meets the 2023 regional standards on an equivalency basis by checking the FTC label on the condensing unit. The FTC label may also be available from the manufacturer. Beginning in 2023, be prepared for record keeping. Dealers, contractors, distributors, and manufacturers will all be required to track the model and serial number of equipment sold, delivered, and installed, as well as delivery addresses and installation locations. This includes cash sales. These records will protect you in the event of a DOE investigation. Treat this information like you would treat your tax records, just to be safe. Rather than the manufacturer being solely responsible for compliance in the Southeast and Southwest, the downstream partners, distributors, dealers, contractors, and installers are held responsible for ensuring compliant product is installed. The DOE enforces regional standards, and there are penalties for installation of non-compliant air conditioners. It is important to note that the homeowner is not liable to the Department of Energy for a contractor's installation of a non-compliant central air conditioner system. In fact, if a non-compliant unit or system is installed, the homeowner may be able to obtain a replacement of a compliant one at no cost. Just to try to summarize all these complexities and to wrap up information on single-phase products, in 2023, if the FTC label is less than a region allows, you can continue to install that unit, that air conditioner in the north, but not in the south. In the South, the FTC label must meet or exceed new regional requirements for any product installed after December 31st, 2022. Moving on to light commercial, three-phase air conditioners and heat pumps under 5 tons. Minimum efficiency standards for three-phase products less than 65,000 BTUs have a different path to increased efficiencies. First, these are changed in AHRI Standard 90.1 and adopted into building energy codes. Next, the Department of Energy reviews levels set by the 90.1 Committee for consideration for adoption as the national standard. In the 2019 edition, AHRI 90.1 adopted minimum efficiency levels for the three-phase products that are the same as the 2023 national levels and also effective 1/1/2023. This applies to new construction. This map, which shows years of 90.1 adoption, which shows years each state has adopted 90.1 editions, states in darker green have adopted the 2019 edition. So starting January 1st, 2023, new commercial construction projects, Washington, Oregon, California, Vermont, and Massachusetts should specify three-phase products meeting 2023 standards. The DOE has proposed, but not yet finalized, these levels for national adoption effective January 1st, 2025. AHRI certification supports utility energy efficiency rebate programs for many residential and light commercial cooling, space heating, and water heating products. The Consortium for Energy Efficiency works with a broad coalition of utilities to identify products and levels appropriate for energy efficiency programs. The CEE, with consultation and data from industry and other partners, sets efficiency tiers for products which form qualifying product lists for utility rebate programs. Products meeting the various CEE tiers can be found in the CEE directory, powered by AHRI. This directory also hosts Energy Star qualified products. Energy Star is a joint labeling program of the US EPA and the US Department of Energy that works to protect the environment by identifying energy efficient products, buildings, and practices. In contrast to the CEE tiers, Energy Star sets one level for each product category. A product is either Energy Star labeled or not. Energy Star performance levels often align with CEE Tier 1 within a product category. The Energy Star levels for air conditioners and heat pumps are increasing in 2023. The qualified product list to the new specification, version 6.1, for M1 rated products is available now by PDF at the location indicated by the red arrow. The interactive directory for version 6.1 specifications will launch in just a few weeks. CEE is still working to set levels for 2023. Please check back later this year as the directory will be updated as quickly as possible after levels have been set. Federal 25C energy efficient home improvement tax credits were extended until 2032 and substantially increased with the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act. Credits are based on the highest CE tier that is not the advanced tier. Now to switch from energy efficiency to refrigerant changes coming in 2025. Refrigerants are critical to air conditioners and heat pumps. Without this fluid transferring heat through pipes between the indoor and outdoor coils, air conditioners simply would not work. The EPA regulates refrigerants through powers granted by the Clean Air Act and now the AIM Act, passed by Congress in December 2020. The AIM Act grants EPA new authority in three key areas: to phase down the supply of HFCs, to develop product-specific regulations, and to facilitate good refrigerant management practices. In 2025, regulations are changing for the residential and commercial air conditioners and heat pumps, and likely in 2026 for variable refrigerant flow products. Nationally, R410A and R407C will no longer be permitted for use in new products. You may know that CFCs like R11 and HCFCs like R22 have largely been banned in the United States to protect the ozone, which protects us all from skin cancer. R410A and R407C are HFCs, which do not damage the ozone layer, but have a global warming potential about 2,000 times greater than carbon dioxide. In contrast to energy efficiency ratings, lower numbers are better for GWP. It is anticipated regulations and codes requiring a transition in 2025 to refrigerants with zero ozone depletion potential and a GWP of lower than 750 will soon be finalized. In 2024, available supply of HFCs, including R410A, will be reduced by 40% in preparation for proposed 2025 refrigerant changes. Refrigerant recovery is more important than ever, considering the step down in supply. There are replacements of R410A that have been approved by the EPA, R32 and R454B. The energy efficiency performance is similar to R410A, meaning that air conditioners and heat pumps will not need to get significantly larger, like they did from the R22 to R410A transition to maintain and maintain the same performance. There will be a significant redesign of products to accommodate the AHRI classification of these replacements as lower flammability or A2L refrigerants are used. Neither R32 nor R454B are considered drop-in replacements because of the differing safety classifications and difference in performance characteristics from R410A. This means that for split systems, both the indoor and outdoor unit must be replaced together. The manufacturers have been working hand in hand with environmental groups to ensure that building codes are updated and reflect these new requirements. There is training for technicians available now. We hope today's presentation has provided you with the information you need to prepare for all the transitions impacting the residential and light commercial air conditioners and heat pump market. So to recap, you should now all be experts in 2023 efficiency changes for single-phase residential air conditioners and heat pumps, and aware of pending changes for three-phase light commercial products. If you go to the next slide, Helen. Upcoming refrigerant changes in 2025, limiting the GWP to 750, make reclaiming refrigerants extremely important. With all these changes, good planning of stock, understanding compliance requirements, and good record keeping will ensure you are prepared. Thank you for your time and your attention. It looks like we have a few minutes for questions. Helen, have any questions come in on the chat?
Yes, they have, Laura. Thank you. Sorry, I was having a little trouble getting off of mute. So one question is, when will M ratings for SEER 1 and HSPF 1 be completely removed from the AHRI database and only have M1 SEER 2 and HSPF 2 as the sole rating criteria for efficiency?
Thanks for that question. The AHRI database will transition on January 1st, 2023, so that active models are those with M1 rating. The M ratings and labels associated with those will move to production stop status. There'll be production stop status is generally available for 2 years or until a manufacturer depletes stock and transitions to discontinued.
Laura, another question around the M to M1 SEER and HSPF ratings. So this conversion is complex, and this person is asking for a table that lists the conversion from M to M1 and back. So SEER to SEER 1, SEER to SEER 2, and vice versa for air conditioning and heat pumps, and M to M1, HSPF to HSPF 2. I'm just wondering where they might find that information.
So the translation between the two test procedures is very complex, and it varies for different products. And that's why testing is going to be required for all Appendix M1 ratings. There is no conversion that will allow a particular product to go from the test procedure that is in Appendix M to the test procedure that is in Appendix M1. But on the whole, we have had to calculate the impact of those changes for particular product categories in order to, to advise regulators and utility programs on such things as, which products would maintain compliance from today to after January 1st, 2023. So there is not a published crosswalk necessarily available, but we do hope that as utility programs transition to allow for Appendix M1 product, they continue to allow for rebates of compliant Appendix M product, and that at that time we may make a crosswalk more widely available. Thank you.
Laura, another question, how will enforcement work?
Enforcement for the manufacturer is an ongoing Department of Energy effort, and it is supported by the AHRI certification program, where products are tested continually. For the regional standards installation requirement enforcement, there is a call, there's a phone number and an email address to contact the Department of Energy, and investigations will stem from there. The Department of Energy will compile a list of repeat offenders and take action as necessary.
Thank you, Laura. There's also a question around, this mentioned single package units. Does it also include single package vertical AC and heat pump units?
No, single package vertical air conditioners and heat pumps are regulated under a separate commercial regulation.
Great, thank you. And then I think there's a question here around refrigerants. So will this impact the new refrigerants? Will that impact only new equipment, or will that impact the equipment that's installed today?
Well, luckily we have our refrigerant experts here. It's my understanding that the refrigerant change impacts a new product being built. So it is based on the date of manufacture, and Helen can confirm.
Yep, that's exactly right, Laura. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. I do see a question around the availability of new refrigerants. We'd be happy to provide more information. Please feel free to reach out to us, and we're happy to provide additional information. Unfortunately, we couldn't get through all of the questions and answers today, but we really thank you for your time. Laura, thank you so much for this great detailed presentation.
Thanks, and we will receive all the questions and be able to follow up separately, and feel free to contact me with any follow-up questions. Thank you again for your time and attention. Take care and goodbye.